Hi everyone. Hello, wherever you are in the world, jump on, just tell me who you are, where you're from. I've just jumped onto a quick Facebook Live today. Hi Brooke, good to see you. It's a very quick Facebook Live today. Hi Jags, good to see you. Before I rush off to the gym, I'm having another evening gym session today. My eye keeps watering for some reason today. Probably because of the computer screen. Hi Liz, good to see you. Hope you're well. Brooke all the way in beautiful Shrewsbury. Hi Pramjit, how are you? Are you well? Caroline, good to see you. Thank you very much for joining me. Guys, I'm just going to do a very simple one today. Very simple message. Bobby, good to see you. And the message that I've got today as I was... thank you very much for the like there, Liz, already. I haven't even said anything. Thank you, Caroline. So today, I just want to have a really simple message, and it's stuff that I've been thinking about as I've been working throughout the day. And I've had an incredible day today. You know, I've achieved an awful lot. And you know, when you're in the flow and you're really focused and you get so much done. So I've had like a coaching client conversation with a lovely client. Yes, thank you, Bobby. I'm very well, thank you. Hope you're well too. I've had a lovely coaching client in Oklahoma today, brightened my day up, so I did a coaching session with him. I've been building more content for my upcoming signature event, Ignite Your Inner Potential. I'm so excited about that. I just cannot even begin to tell you how excited I am, because it's my first one and I'm going to be taking this signature event, Ignite Your Inner Potential, abroad next year. Yeah, so launching it in the UK and hoping to take it international next year. One-day event. If you can make it, please do come down. It's going to be in the beautiful city of Coventry in the Midlands. And I've also been reaching out to corporate organizations, companies, and just really doing some connecting with them around some leadership development work that I do, and the personality profiling, improving teams, building teamwork, discussing what inner leadership looks like, as well as outer leadership, change management, all of these kind of things that I'm really passionate about, developing organizational culture. So I've been doing all of that today as well. And of course, just writing a load of content for my upcoming event. And by 12 o'clock, I sat down and I thought to myself, wow, where has the time gone? Hi Sunil, good to see you. Where has the time gone? And look at how much I've achieved in just literally 4 hours. And how is it that I've managed to achieve so much in just a short period of time? And then I sort of analyze. I'm always analyzing stuff, you know. So why have I managed to do that? How have I managed to do that? What caused me to be so focused? And I realized it was just simply that I was in the flow. Benjamin, good to see you, my friend. How are you? And Tyus, good to see you too. Fashion man. I'm not so sure I'm very fashionable. I'm hoping you're the fashion person. So I just realized I was in the flow, and I woke up feeling excited. And I realized that, you know, when you are excited about doing something and then you start taking on the task, you do it so much better and you do so much more. So today I've also been reaching out to some people internationally, in America, in Netherlands, in all sorts of places, and talking about taking my event abroad as well. So if you think about it, I've achieved, this is before 12 o'clock, I've achieved so much. I've contacted corporate organizations about leadership development. I've built content for my signature event. I've discussed international collaborations with people. I've done a coaching client all the way in America. And that's just before 12 o'clock in the space of 4 hours. So then I carried on working, had some lunch, and then I carried on working, and I've achieved so much. So I've literally just put my computer down, Sunil said, if you need a speaker, let me know. I'll always bear that in mind, Sunil. Thank you very much. Sarah Lynn, good to see you. So I just thought to myself, you know, what are the simple rules that I can share with people to help them grow? I'm really passionate about people growing within themselves. I don't care whether it's growth in your life, growth in your business, growth in your relationships. I think these three strategies or things that I'm going to share with you are equally applicable in all areas of your life. If you want success, these are the three things I think you need to do. You might want to get a pen and paper and write this down, because whilst they are so very simple, I think they are so very important. Hi Carol, good to see you. Hope you're well. Tony, good to see you too. So guys, so what is it? What is your dream? What is it that you want to achieve in life? Is it to have a better relationship? Is it to do better in school, college, and whatever qualifications that you might be taking? Do you want to achieve much more success in your work? Do you want your business to get to the next level? Do you want to grow just as a person? Do you want to improve your spirituality? It really doesn't matter which area it is, but I think you need to apply this 3-stage rule into your life if you want to get to that level. So here we go. 3 things that I think you need to have in your life, or things that you need to do in your life to get that growth, that success. Carol, Liz, you're absolutely right. Everybody needs growth. I grow every single day. Every single day I'm learning something new. And sometimes I revisit old stuff. So for example, let me just share with you what I've restarted reading this book. I read it sort of about 20 years ago. It's probably one of my first self-development books. It's a beautiful book. I learned so much from it. And in between the work that I was doing, I caught up with maybe 30 minutes reading of this book. You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay. It's probably back to front, the cover for you. You Can Heal Your Life, Louise Hay. Now, you've probably heard about this book because, you know what, it's been around for a long time, but it's such a beautifully written book. So I'm constantly growing. Growth is so very important in your life. I don't care what age you are, whether you're retired, whether you're employed, whether you're in business, whether you're young, whether you're old. If you don't grow, if you stop growing, you start stagnating. So grow. Every single day, grow. Do something to help you grow. Robbie, good to see you. Caroline, good to see you. And Heather, good to see you too. Growth is so very important, guys. If you had a plant in your garden that you stopped watering, what would happen to that plant? That plant would wither away and die. And such is the case with us human beings. If we're not growing all the time, if we're not feeding ourselves all the time. Paul, good to see you, all the way from Saudi. That's twice in a week, Paul, you've managed to do it. Well done. If you're not feeding yourself every single day, guys, then you're eventually going to die. You're going to stagnate and then you're going to wither away just like that plant and you're going to die. Sarge, good to see you. Stay positive, he says. Always. Chris, good to see you too. So guys, constant growth is so very important. Now, where you want to grow is your business. As I've already said, you can grow in your business, you can grow in your relationships, you can grow in your spirituality, you can grow in your body, you can grow in any aspect of your life. But here's the 3 things that I think you need to have if you want to grow. And they're not complicated. I don't do complicated. I try to keep things as simple as possible so that we can all just understand it. But here they go. Here we go. Hi Baljinder, good to see you. That's my sister, guys. So guys, I think the first thing that you need to do is have the dream. Have a clear idea of what it is that you want to grow to. If it's your body, okay, good to see you. If it's your body, do you want to be toned? Do you want to be bigger? Do you want to be muscular? Do you want to be slimmer? Do you want to be faster? Do you want to be healthier? Do you want to be stronger? What is it that you want to be in your body? If it's your business, is it a goal? Is it a monetary goal that you've got in mind? Or is it a lifestyle goal that you've got in mind? Is it an impact on the world around you that you've got in mind? What is it? What's your goal in your business? Do you want to touch lives across the world? Or do you want to get as rich as you can? And none of these are wrong or right. It's yours. It's your personal choice, your personal dream. If it's your workplace, do you want to aspire to the highest level, the highest ranks? Do you want to get yourself promoted? Or do you just want to be happy being in a job that you're completely and utterly satisfied with? It really doesn't matter. Hi Jag, good to see you. So guys, understand your dream. And when you clarify that dream inside your head, in your mind, when you've clarified that dream, you need to chase that dream. That dream needs to be so strong within you that you wake up with the passion that I woke up with this morning, the energy that I woke up with this morning to get on and within 4 hours smash loads of work without even thinking about it, without even realizing that the time is passing, because that's what we call passion. So your dream needs to be that level of passion. So really understand your dream. Sometimes we say, do you know what? I want the big house, I want a big car, or I want lots of friends. But we say that because that's a status thing maybe that's driving us. It could be a genuine goal, but very often it's our definition of what is going to make us happy. So when I say, clarify the dream inside your mind, I'm saying to you, clarify what it is inside your mind that you think will make you ultimately happy. Not temporarily happy, but ultimately happy. When you've clarified that, start chasing it. But when you've got it to that depth of passion already, then chasing it is never going to be a difficult issue. Because you'll wake up with passion. You'll wake up with the same level of passion that I woke up with this morning and did all those things and can continue to work all throughout the day. And I feel great. Birgit, good to see you. Sarge, good to see you. Tim Smith, good to see you. And Peter, good to see you. Hope you're all well. So guys, that's the number one thing. Find your dream, understand your dream, clarify your dream, and then chase that dream with passion. Add passion into everything that you do. But as I say, if that dream is heart-centered, if it comes from there, it's never going to be difficult for you to chase that dream because you'll be fueled with passion. And that's a great and beautiful thing to see. So guys, the number two thing is, inevitably, if you are chasing a dream, it means that you have not yet achieved it. So it could be that your dream, whatever your dream is, way off there in the distance. So it's in a territory that you've never embarked into before, that you've never set foot in before. Priya, good to see you. And Gemma, thank you very much for joining us. So you're in an area that you're in like a no man's land, you're outside of your comfort zone. So you're in an area that you've never visited before. Because that's what goals should be about, shouldn't they? Goals cannot be about something that you've already got. Goal is about something that you've not yet got, achieved, acquired. That's your dream. So you're in an area where it is completely alien to you or uncomfortable to you, and certainly outside of your comfort zone. Which means sometimes you'll be asking yourself, well, how on earth do I get to where I want to get to? What steps do I need to take to achieve the success that I want to achieve? What direction do I need to move in? Hi, I'm really good to see you. And that's where we need to let go of some of our pride, because pride can be our biggest fall sometimes, and we need to learn to ask. Because if we don't ask, we'll never know the answers. So you could do some asking simply by doing some research on Google. I mean, we have a wealth of information available to us, don't we, over the internet. You can just search anything and you can pretty much get the answer from Google, YouTube or anything. It's pretty much straight away. But also around you there are some very knowledgeable people. Emmy, good to see you. Thank you very much for joining us. There are some very knowledgeable people. There may be people in your circle or even outside of your circle that you can connect with through social media who have already done what you're trying to achieve. So what is stopping you from going out and asking these people? Sarge says, my goal is to inspire others and give them an inspiration to say that you are not alone. I love that. That's beautiful. Paul says he agrees or he likes Sarge's comment. I love that. You see, Sarge is talking about having a goal that is not monetary based. And I always say that, when you chase something with passion, particularly in business, don't worry about the money, because the money comes to you. You just do what you need to do and chase it with passion. See, my passion, my goal, my mission, my strapline, or whatever it might be, and I repeatedly say it, so I'm really sorry if I keep repeating myself, but my passion is to change the world through the transformation of the way people think. And I passionately believe that if people around the world were to access 2% more even of their mindset ability, then the world could be a different place. But you see, I'm focused on that goal, that mission. I'm focused on that. And everything else just comes to me. I make business contacts. I get clients coming in. I make new business contacts. As you know, I just launched a new company over the weekend. And that's all about developing apps for small and startup businesses. And already I'm getting interest shown into that. But that's because I had a passion in that. My passion for that was about helping startup businesses. It was about helping the small guy, the small person who's just started up and doesn't know where to go. Paul says everyone's goal should be related in some way to relationships with others, helping, making happy, helping to grow or whatever, because growing in isolation has little use. Paul, that is so very true. You know, I know so many people who are so rich and yet they are so poor because they have no relationships. And, you know, there's two things that I think that money can't buy. Genuine things that money can't buy. Money can't buy you time. And money cannot buy you genuine relationships. It might attract a lot of other relationships into your life, but they'll be superficial at some level or another, but it won't buy you genuine relationships. What buys you genuine relationships and what makes genuine use of your time is coming from here, coming from the heart center and coming with a level of passion. So guys, so far we've talked about clarifying your dream, understanding what your dream is, and then chasing that dream relentlessly and with passion. So when we're clarifying what that dream is, we're choosing a dream that is going to make us ultimately successful. We're not measuring it by monetary value or materialistic value. We're measuring it by a level of passion within us. How does it make us feel? And once you've clarified that dream, you're going to chase that dream. You're going to chase it with passion. And then the second thing that we've discussed, guys, is don't be scared to ask. And more often than not, you know, so many of us are scared of asking people, how do I do this? Or how did you get to where you are? Or what advice could you give me to, you know, take on this task or this goal, this huge, momentous goal that seems like a mountain in front of me at this moment in time? You see, if you were climbing a mountain for the first time, what would you do? You would obviously hire a Sherpa or a guide, somebody who is experienced to show you the way up, the best way up the mountain, wouldn't you? And it's no different in life. In business, in work, in life, in relationships. There are people out there who have been where you are right now and then have gone on to be successful in that area. So there is no harm, there is nothing wrong with asking people and asking the mentors around you how to get to where you're going to get to. Get rid of your pride, get rid of your ego, and demonstrate a bit of humility, and you know what, you'll attract so much more into your life. Hi Gary, good to see you. Sarge says, truly my brother, you are right. Passion is everything, money isn't everything. If you have a lot of money, you're very poor if you don't think about helping others on your path. Sarge, thank you very much for that. I totally, it accords with me, it's what I believe. But you know, everybody is entitled to their own belief. And for me, unless it's illegal, unless it's doing something wrong, unless it's there to harm other people, I don't care what your passion is. I really don't care. My job is to help you achieve what it is that you want to achieve, so long as you have defined it and measured it against your passion, your level of happiness. See, I don't take on clients who just want to make $1 million or just wants a big house. I don't do that. For me, it has to be a lot deeper than that, because these are just measurements. Yes, money is important. Yes, material possessions are important because in some sense they give you freedom, but they're not the true measurement of your level of success. Amar says, my passion is to get people to listen to real Punjabi music, upward struggle. Yeah, I know how passionate Amar is about his music. He wants old school Punjabi music. See, it's not something I'm really into. I do like listening to it, but it's not, you know, I wouldn't call it a passion, but I know how passionate this guy is about doing exactly that. And because he is that passionate, let me just share with you. So he's just started off a Facebook group just exploring old Punjabi music. Punjabi music, for those of you that don't know, is from the state of Punjab in India, which is the northwestern state of India, and they have a style of music called Bhangra music, and it's very popular. And what Amar has done, because of his level of passion, he has reached out to some of the biggest names you can think of in the Indian recording business and has linked up with them within a matter of months. So when you have a massive passion for something, guys, you attract people in to your life as well. Liz says, what if you can't do what they did? Liz, good point. When I say you need to go and ask people, I'm not saying copy them. This is not about copying them. It's about modeling their behavior. It's about understanding the path that they took. It's also perhaps understanding what obstacles they encountered and how they overcome those obstacles. So what you're doing, you're actually building your box of knowledge to be even greater. So you're more prepared than they were when they embarked upon the path. So at least you have a head start from what they did. But then, of course, you will learn your own lessons as you start treading on that journey. And that takes me on my third point, really, Liz, is that if you don't take steps forward, you're always going to stay in the same place. In order for you to move forward, you have to take the steps. You have to commit to it. You have to take the action. If you are inactive, you are standing still. You're not moving anywhere. You're not going forwards. You're not going anywhere nearer to your goal. If you were inactive today, then tomorrow you'd be the same distance away from your goal. And surely the goal here is, or the aim here is, to move forward to your goal, even if it is a step at a time. I think it was Mahatma Gandhi that once said, you know, a journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step. You have to take that step. Now, I know there's a lot of people out there that talk about law of attraction and, you know, if you dream about something, if you believe that it's going to happen, then you give off this energy and it happens. I'm sorry, I don't think life is that simple. I do believe that law of attraction works. I think there's a universal energy. You can call that universal energy God. You can call it whatever you want. But in order for that energy to work for you, you have to take the steps. There's an old biblical saying that God only helps those who helps themselves. So you have to take the steps. So guys, there you are. They're my 3 strategies. Has anybody got anything else that they think might be useful in those steps that I've talked about, the 3 steps that I talked about, to move your life forward, to achieve success? Please jump on. This is all about me not having all the knowledge. I am not an expert, but I've done an awful lot of reading, awful lot of thinking. But I think these messages are so important to share with the world. The 3 steps, guys: find your dream, understand your dream, chase your dream with passion. Second one is don't be afraid to ask. Get rid of that ego, get rid of your pride, and go out there and ask. At least then you are one step ahead from where these people who have already achieved what they've achieved. You'll be one step ahead when you start. So you won't have as difficult a journey as them. Or you could be asking people at the various milestones or the various steps of the journey. There may be experts in certain areas. I know as I've built my business, I have asked so many experts in different areas of my work to move myself forward. I've not just asked one person. I've asked hundreds of people in different specialist areas. And that way I've sort of moved forward like this, you know. And thirdly, guys, you're not going to move forward if you don't move forward. You need to move forward by taking the steps. You need to take the action. And I always talk about taking massive action. And the word massive comes with that sense of passion that you have. So take big action. Take inspired action. Move yourself forward. Be inspired by your dream and move forward. Sarge says, life is a risk, brother. No matter what we do, nobody knows what's around the corner. Absolutely true. I will say, so what makes you happy, and give it all you can. Absolutely. Paul says, the more leaps of faith you take, the more you realize that you will always be caught in some way. Absolutely. I love that, Paul. Thank you very much. Amma says, not to big him up so much. You deserve it, brother. Sana, good to see you. Aman, all the way from Canada. My beautiful sister, how are you? Hope you're well. And things are going very, very well in Canada for you. Sarah Lynn, good to see you. She says, making sure and solving any inner conflict helps if you are stuck. Absolutely, guys. I take time out every single day to think, to internalize, to reflect. I think that's some of my most important moments in the day are not necessarily the action that I take, because I take inspired action after I've done my reflection. And after I've taken my inspired action, then I do a bit more reflection, because it's good to think, it's good to internalize. And I find that I come up with so many solutions when I ask my mind the right kind of questions. Hi Nav, good to see you. Legend. So what kind of questions do you ask your mind? Just as a finisher, what kind of questions do you ask your mind when you're stuck about something? Do you ask your mind, how did this happen to me? Why does it always happen to me? Or do you ask your mind more inspired questions, more open questions? Questions are designed to get your mind to think in a different way. See, the kind of questions I ask my mind when I come across an obstacle, a challenge, a problem even, I would say, so what steps do I need to take to make this better? Or how could I get to this point, get around this obstacle and get to this point? And you may even ask yourself, who could I ring right now, or who could I contact right now who could give me some advice around this? See, that's important. That's important. If you ask yourself those kind of questions, what you're actually doing, you're getting your mind to think in a solution-focused manner as opposed to a problem-focused manner. When you're only focused on the problem, the chances of you coming up with better solutions is very, very limited. Aman says she's loving the meditative music in the background. This is my little secret. I have meditative music, soft music, all the time playing while I'm working. It helps to center me, helps to keep me grounded. It's my own little thing, and it means I'm centered on my own spirit throughout my work, and I find it helps me and gives me more energy and more creativity in a certain kind of way. I don't know. It's hard to explain. So, Paul says, some great advice for you to try, Cole. I always find my best discoveries in some state of tiredness. Normally waking 3 or 4 hours into a flight, waking 3 or 4 hours into a flight when really tired. Please experiment, see what works for you. That's one to bear in mind. You see, different things work for different people. But I guess, Paul, what you're actually doing there, you are doing some internalizing, you know. So when we think about meditation, our traditional thought on what meditation is that we're sitting there cross-legged and, you know, hands like this, maybe chanting some mantra or something like that. And whatever that's true for meditation, there are so many different kinds of meditation out there. Because in essence, what meditation means is that you're closing down that logical mind, that 10% of your mind, the conscious part of your mind, and you're tapping into that power source, which is 90% of your mind, your subconscious mind, where all your beliefs and where all your knowledge is stored. And you're actually closing down the body. So maybe what you're talking about there is a kind of meditation there, Paul, because you're like three or 4 hours into a flight, you are zoned out, and that's when your subconscious mind really flows and it lets go, and you come out with some of the greatest and most inspired decisions that you can come up with, and you really become a knowledge powerhouse, I find, when you are that level. And the other thing is, you know, when you're really, really tired, and just before you fall asleep or just as you wake up, that is you in your most hypnotic state of the day. And as you know, I do hypnosis, and so that when people say to me, what does it feel like? Well, it feels exactly like that, when you're just dropping off or you're just waking up. So it could be that when you're in that hypnotic state, you're tapping into that subconscious mind incredibly, and you are digging into that inner potential that I'm always talking about. So thanks, Paul. Something perhaps there for everyone to share and try. Cam, good to see you. Hope you're well. So guys, that's it from me today. My 3 simple rules on growth in life, business, relationships, whatever it is that you want to grow in. Keep it real simple, guys. Personal development nowadays can seem very complicated. There's a lot of people using fancy language. I say take the fanciness out of the language, make it really simple and very understandable and very everyday. So your 3 everyday things here that you could focus on, and they would make a significant change in your life, would be: understand your dream and chase it with passion. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Get rid of your pride, get rid of your ego, and ask. Ask questions of everybody, and start taking action, guys. Really start taking action. If you don't take action, you are not going to move forward. So I'm going to send you lots and lots of love. Thank you very much for joining me, and hope you're all well. Hope you all have growth in your lives, in your businesses, in your relationships, and that you are able to apply these 3 rules. Take care, guys. Lots of love.